Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rekah Kadash. Now, these individuals that's recognizing that these UFOs is popping out, they don't understand these are the signs that the Bible was talking about, and Yahweh Shah, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ, was talking about in Luke chapter 21. He told them how they was going to act and what they was going to be doing. 21 verse 25, Luke chapter 21 and 25, he's saying, there shall be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. So he's letting you know up in the heaven, up in the sky, there going to be some signs and people going to see them. You see, they done seen the UFOs in the sun, they done seen them on the dark side of the moon, and they done seen them with the stars. And it say, upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea of the waves roaring. So the uproars of the people is going down because they can see these signs, and their spirit is recognizing what time they're in. Verse 26, it say, men's hearts fail them from fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. See, they seeing that these UFOs, man, they are buzzing around, and these people are faint out of fear in their mind and in their spirit, because they know something's finna happen. But Second Esdras talked about this in chapter 13, when Esdras was looking at the situation through the power, the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. He say in chapter 13 verse 3, he say, and I beheld and looked that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. You see, so everything under him was trembling. Verse 4, it say, and whosoever the voice went out of his mouth, or whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice. You see, like as the earth faileth when it feels the fire. See, these people gonna really have a hard time when these UFOs show their true colors, show what they all about, why they showing up. Going on in verse 5, 2nd Esdras 13, it say, and after I beheld and looked, there was to gather together a great multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Now that's the war in heaven in Revelations 12 and 7. See, when they see him, they gonna try to go to war with him. In Revelations chapter 19, where it talks about the same thing. Verse 6 of 2nd Esdras 13, it say, and I beheld and looked, he had graven himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. You see, that's them flying objects that they seeing in the sky. And one guy, he say his he called it a tic tac, but he said, well, wasn't it the size of your whole plane? But he trying to call it a tic tac so people won't focus on the thing being the size of his plane. They focusing on him saying the tic tac, but he said this thing was the size of his plane, and that just might be the messenger ships. That's not even this great mountain that they talking about. It's gonna be a ship bigger than that. And it says here, what it said here was graven. Where is it? Verse 10, it say, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, and it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. Boy, look at him. It's going to be some power coming from Yahushua. Now that the devil done it took an exit, verse 11, it talks about some more description of Yahushua. It say, this is 2 Ezra 13:11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude that were prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. You see, these people really caught it when Yahushua came on the scene. And it would be the nigga woman that's out here blowing up her alarm system. Let's see here. He say in verse 12, afterwards I saw the same man. See, this is a man that's doing all of this. This ain't, boy, this might not even be the UFO or the ship that he flying in. He might be doing this on his own. But anyhow, it said, this is in 2 Ezra 13:12. Afterwards I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude. See, that's when chapter 11 of Revelation, that's what it's talking about. And I'll close out on that. Just want to bring that out real quick. Revelations 11 and 12, it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them. See, he said in 2 Ezra 13 and 12, it say, and called unto him another peaceable multitude. 11 and 12, he say, and I heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to the heaven in a cloud. That's that mountain, that UFO that they was in, that cloud, and the enemies beheld them. See, he caught up a great multitude when he came down from the mountain, and this peaceable multitude was caught up entered into these UFOs. That's the swing low sweet chariot situation being put into play. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.